on RGB. We find out who got in the news. Then your girl Beat Bonang Mateba tells us why she's famous. And we have the king of SA fashion in studio. Molweni makhaya, ndinguSinazo Yolo, and the best part of your weekend is back. Ungahlala phansi ke wena uyokuncamisa TV, relax, because iReal Kopoza ekhaya lomkhosi libuyile. And since it's Mandela month, who helped me? Who better to help me co-host than another soon-to-be legendary man, ephuma empuma koloni, comedian Donovan Goliath.
Uyandi introducer ingathi ndiyi man crush yakho. Thank you so much. Now welcome to you at home, to the only place that shakes up celebs' lives more than uzodwa wabantu shakes her leg. Now, like Usnazo mentioned, today marks the start of the month where we recognize the selfless contribution Utata made to the nation, and the time where we honor that memory by performing acts of service that he would be proud of.
Sisathetha ngepride, there are moments in every celeb's life that they can be proud of, and some moments, not so much.
Now, big up to our local stars shining bright across the sea. Unomzamo Mbatha, umfazi wami, co-hosted the BET Awards while Pearl Tusi, the other wife, was working the red carpet. Then Threaded Man founder Andu Chomamusia Beyile got the nod to shoot a ton of Paris Men's Fashion Week. Well done for doing well. It is so amazing what you can do when you sort out a visa.
Kaniyeke ushada ubabes bantu siphumile kulonto kwindaba the hashtag men are trash kule veki. Zola 7 is allegedly the latest otyholwa ngobetha isinqandamathe sakhe. King Arthur slips into third place, ityala lakhe lisaphandwa. Kodwa ke it's Mdu Masilela who proves that the way to win an argument kuvese kukhuphe umpu and start threatening abantu. Andazi bengqondo ziphi kwababhuti.
So Arthur Mafokate opened up to Drum Magazine about the charges he is facing. He said that he has 3 daughters and so looks on any woman as someone's daughter, saying, "I would not like someone else to hurt any of my daughters." So, Janiga.
Rapper and fashion trendsetter Stilo Magolide angalala ebaliwe avuke echetyiwe if the abuse claims against him stick. Stilo uyiphikile yonke lento ubuze bakuthana nondaba bengabhali ngomculo wakhe. Hey, chap asazi innocent until proven
and keep
guilty.
preaching. Hi, It only takes a few missed shows, poor media relations, a fashion fail on the red carpet, and missing the BET Awards. But our national treasure, Babes Watuma, has finally got a team behind her. Now, here's hoping that her new publicist, African Star Communications, leads her to fortune. And of course, home affairs.
Asimthembi Lufara, she's got this. Nearly a month after declaring that she was single, owayisakuba yimanage kaBabes Woduma uMampintsha uthi akajoli yena no Babes and he sees her more as a sister. Are you sure about that, comrade? Okay. Manthule, akhonto endiyaziyo. Safuna ulingena ezulu.
You can expect another Ninomona Nina. Now, Durban Nights was apparently stuck in the UK after their impromptu tour went a little off the rails. Guys, this isn't like saying road trip. Planning is your friend always. The good news is the boys are now back home and they will be performing at the mother of all parties tonight.
So Mrs. new autobiography, Domino's Unbreakable Spirit, chronicles his rise to the top as well as his struggle nesifo esingabizwayo ngegama. Inobugula intoni kwazibani, but considering the fact that some people gave him 6 months to live and that was 6 years ago, the man's story is worth a page turn or two. Ubufuna uva more ke wena ngosomgaga uzobe khona apha kwiReal Kopoza esibalisela ngale ncwadi yakhe.
Ooh, shame. Long live Somgaga. Now, Instagram has a new queen. Mani Dlamini has edged out Bonang Mathebe and Pearl Tusi to lead the local female Insta standings with 1.7 million followers. Congratulations, well done for doing well. And to all Queen Bees fans, just hashtag chill, hashtag relax, hashtag she can keep the crown. And that's the way the tabloids tumble with our final tale from this week's news headlines.
Uba wena wake walibala why it is that you remember a famous face, nalithuba lakho loba kuphendule lo mbuzo with why am I famous? Namhlanje the celeb sharing their road to fame is she who reigns supreme, your girl Beat Bonang Mathebe.
Well, for those who don't know, Bonang Mathebe is famous because she's a TV presenter. Started my career right here on SABC1, and she's famous because she's fabulous and she's the best at what she does. #1 in the country.
Kumandi man, must be nice. Now, no other show lets celebs tell you in their own words. I love it. If you have a suggestion for the next Why Am I Famous, just lay by some data or do whatever you do and let us know who on social media. Now, let's see how good the advertisers are at it as RGB takes a commercial break. We will be back shortly.
Coming up, we join the gathering. Then we find a way to live with and love our flaws. And we walk the catwalk with David Tlale. Ikaelo Saziwayo libuyile with more of the gossip so spicy. Even the repeats get retweets. Now, next up on The Real Kopoza is a get-together like no other.
Now, whenever there's a meeting of people or ikokas, as they say, Eastern Cape, you're guaranteed to always find certain types of characters. Here's a look at the gathering and the people that made it interesting.
I think what makes gatherings wrong is trying to make people exclusive. I mean, I got here and I realized there's a whole lot of tables. I thought this was an event for us to gather.
If it's a media event and there's no VIP area for the media and there's no alcohol.
For people that come in the wrong dress code.
When people just rock up and cause drama.
Generally, it's the one person that has too much to drink.
The family member that I don't like at a family gathering. He's that guy that's irritated every single family member, but everyone's been too scared to officially step up to him.
Malume, that drunk uncle, it's fine.
The one that's always complaining for everything.
I need Christmas gifts. Okay, still need Christmas gifts. Can't be saying that.
Gathering of people I'd like to be a part of, it's just people from way back. I don't like this like all uptight thing with celeb life.
What brings a group of guys together? Women.
To be able to keep them together.
Men, you need some booze, you need some sports, you need a couple of good laughs, and occasionally a pretty lady.
I think the thing that brings women together, generally my friends, a bottle of wine.
You want to bring a group of girls together, have a group of gays.
Hair and makeup, you know, all those things. Oh my God, your dress is so nice. What should be bringing females together is what's happening in the country at the moment.
Men are trash.
Kodwa umoti, if you're going to go out to be during the people, then you must be, you know, during the people. Kodwa if you want to go out to be alone, then uyaphi ngasuhlala endlini.
Hey, and us. Now, even the richest of people know which areas of their life are poor. So at an A-list stacked event, RGB decided to find out about alter egos and somehow managed to get the stars to spill which of their flaws they acknowledge and embrace. Let's take a look at what happened at the Lux We Are More launch.
Yes. Right, you right when you understand. What didn't RGB when the engagement got back on? We wanted to be first on the scene. What is your alter ego's name and Utumengan? Woo! Tinkalange. Woo! Woo! Here's the ghetto coming out.
Okay, so my alter ego is the flame. Utume ngokungqongqisa. Uyavutha, uyavithiza, ayikho into angayishisi.
Ngabakazi. Ewe. Ngabakazi use. Oh no, Ngaba.
Ooh, my alter ego. You know, I try to channel my inner Beyonce. So I kind of just pull her out there and let loose.
What is that one personality trait that you're still working on?
Public speaking. I am terrified of public speaking.
What is the one flaw about yourself that you've had to accept as you've matured in the industry?
My lips. I never used to like my lips, but oh my God, you cannot stop me from loving them now.
I'm always late.
Ikis yami. Namatolo wami.
What is the one item of clothing that makes you feel beautiful?
Item of clothing. Anything
that accentuates my curves.
I love being in my pajamas. I feel the best in my pajamas.
My tutu. My tutu skates all the time.
A smile. A genuine smile. My birthday suit.
You, Lira, la sucho, ma'am. I know, yabonagala ba ipap uyayitya all day long. Please be very careful where you wear it, or you could be hitting a wrong note with all of your flats. So, but what's the one flaw that you have accepted about yourself, Snazo?
It's my love of shopping and expensive shoes. Wena, if you have the same problem, because we're going to take a commercial break. After the break, we discuss reality with the king of SA fashion, David Tlale.
Your continental gossip leader, RGB, has returned one last time to give you the truth behind the gossip that makes life worth living. Now, one surefire way to get to the top is to learn from somebody who is already there. Awucho?
Unyansile Donovan, a few hungry and fashion-forward designers did exactly that as they became apprentices to arguably one of the best designers ekhona apha eMzansi namhlanje. Here to tell us the hoops that he made them jump through, all in the name of fashion. RGB is thrilled to have on the seat of superstars tonight, David Tlale.
How are you?
All hail King David.
Hello.
Show the studio audience, man.
Right? I feel like I should have just like had a broom and just swept the floor as you walked in.
David Vele Paris.
Oh,
Jet lag,
I cannot jet lag from Paris, please. Same time zone. It's just like you just fly and you land and then you're back. No.
Dave talks like he's just flying up to his London or something and back. That's how he talks about Paris.
No, but I mean, Paris is just like literally 10 hours away.
That's true.
Okay.
Well, I'm currently preparing for my spring-summer collection that will be debuting solo for the very first time in Paris. This September, so there's quite a lot of work that we're doing.
You fit in there. He's just got that thing. It's that he's so poised and always dressed in black. I want to know, is this a character that you put on, or is this David Tlale?
This is me. I mean, it's school uniform. I go to school every day, to work, to church, to a wedding in black. It's my daily bread, I would say.
And the black? Where did that come from?
Oh, the black was just a simple decision. I mean, Donovan, I have to decide for the nation, for the world, what colors to wear. Imagine every morning having to decide, what color am I wearing today? I become more creative and I become much happier and comfortable in black.
But what about the sun? You know, they always say you mustn't wear black in the heat. Does that ever bother you? Do you ever go, I made the wrong decision today?
It's a mental thing. Don't worry. It's a mental thing. People, they tell you something and it's not right.
I think
black
David,
is a color.
I think he can afford to have a few young boys as a many umbrella.
I'm sure he does
in case it gets a little...
Black umbrellas, of course.
Yeah,
they must be obviously they gotta be black.
That's what you could afford. But Dave, before you became a fashion designer, wawufunda ndoni internal auditing?
Yes, I was actually studying to become an internal auditor and hated it with a passion because I feel I was called for something else. I dropped out of auditing in 1993 and then I went to Vaal University to apply to be a fashion student. And 2003, I entered for the L New Talent. I won the competition, and that's basically how I launched the brand, David Tlale.
Wow. David Uti, he studied in '93. Was that it?
Yes, I'm very old.
Listen, what is the secret? David's the kind of guy who exfoliates with long life milk or something like that. That has to be the secret.
No, I think the secret is like really appreciating life and appreciating yourself, loving yourself. You know, my peers that I used to study with in primary or high school, today when we look at each other and say, Dala Puti, what happened?
Mamela Puti, creatives are notoriously, is hot-headed the right word?
Yeah.
What are some of the cattiest moments you've experienced in fashion?
The cattiest moments is amongst our peers when we are out there with silent hatred. You know that hatred that is just speaking to you with You
That's
think?
the first time I've
How
seen
can
your
you
eyes,
got
by the way.
figgy model? You roll your eyes
You want
back.
to see my eyes?
I've never seen you without shades before. I didn't even know you looked like this.
I do. I have eyes.
Inspector Donovan, now you've got your answer.
And the catchiest thing is like, you know, when people feel like, why do you always want to have the best spot in Fashion Week? And why do you always do like off-site shows and stuff like that? You know, it's all those things, but it's not really like in real hatred of it. It's just like industry hatred. But
Actually-
in real life, we actually love each other.
Why do you always have off-site shows?
It's very...
Because uyasihambisa sivela kwama-constitutional
Ah,
hearing ngenye
nangoku,
imini
that's
siya kwenye
true.
indawo. Where you
That's
won't
true.
get David Tlale where Fashion Week is. Uzawuthi no, 30 short left ngapha
You know,
to get
it's-
to the David show.
As South Africans, or even as Johannesburg, we have beautiful spaces, or even Cape Town or wherever, we have beautiful spaces that we need to showcase. And our collections are always a narrative. You can't tell a narrative where everybody else is telling their narrative. There's a point of departure where you have to separate yourself from everyone else and do your own thing. But not that we're trying to be big-headed or anything. It's just that we do things differently and we want to be known for.
You design for men as well.
Yeah.
Who is the man that you design for? What is he and who is he?
There's two sides of it. I do dress a classic man because people think, oh, David can't do just a simple basic jacket. I can. I just have a very...
Sikwazi ngeflair kaloku.
Exactly. Nama-diamante.
Sikwazi
Izinto
ngeflair. So if I took my boyfriend to David Tlale, I'll be waiting.
Listen.
Nje popcorn.
You don't have to be worried about that because I can do a basic simple jacket. If you come to David Tlale, you want to have a talking point. When you walk in, you should see the cut, the textures, the fabric, how beautiful they are. I also dress an eccentric man who is not scared to express who they are, the artistic side, the flamboyance, and more than anything else, even with women, it's women who just love to make a fashion statement.
Okay.
So those men that you described are basically me. Thanks, David.
Absolutely. I'm waiting for you, Donovan. I'm waiting.
We're expecting you at the studio after this.
Yes.
Speaking of the classic David Tlale woman, why did you choose Tatum as your muse?
Tatum, we have a beautiful story with her. We started out in 2003. That's when she started her career in modeling. And that's when I started my career in fashion. And when I won the Elle New Talent, she just broke fourth. And a few years later, we started, I started dressing her at Fashion Week. And when she was Miss SA, I used to dress her and everything. And it transcended from model-designer relationship with like best buddies, best friends. And people know that when Tatum comes in, the show is over. It's a wrap. So it's that kind of thing, and it's that kind of relationship. And people at some point they thought, David, are you like dating Tatum or is something happening? I'm like, no, she's my friend. And people don't. I know, everything does evolve around this Jolo. And I'm just saying, can't we just be good friends who understand and love and appreciate each other for what we do? Yo.
Yes. You see, even the way he did that. Look away.
And there's a special twirl that she does. She'll walk the runway halfway, she will turn and just give you that. Are you watching me?
Those moments for
exactly.
you have to keep watching it every.
Yeah.
When you were in, or every time you showcase in New York,
Yes.
ubamba Tyson Beckford.
Yes.
Okokuqala ngicela iphone number uyishiye nami. I've got something I need to discuss with him in private. But how did that relationship come about?
The relationship with Tyson Beckford was beautiful. I would say it was a beautiful journey, thanks to my amazing show producer, Uyan Malan, who makes everything possible. And when I was starting to do my first solo showcase at New York Fashion Week, he goes, David, what do you want? I said, I want Tyson to walk for me. He goes, what? I'm like, yes. He's walked for us twice at New York Fashion Week, and it has been phenomenal. And I think the most beautiful thing is, during the transition of becoming pro-black, he was very much supportive to that because it was him, Naomi Campbell, Leah Gebete, who were just like trying to push Black Beauty on the runway. And he was very much happy to see, for the very first time, an African brother coming from South Africa, showcasing at New York Fashion Week on schedule. And I think that for him was a proud moment. It was really, really amazing. Let's make it right, make it Tlale. Okay?
Tlale.
Thank you, Tlale.
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 Mr. Tlale.
Yes.
You have a new TV show coming up. Tell me a little bit about that.
The new reality show is called The Intern by David Tlale, where we are in quest of finding the ultimate assistant designer for the house of David Tlale. And we've been on nationwide search, Cape Town, Durban, Polokwane, Gauteng. And we finally found our top 12. And as I speak to you, they're on set, they're grinding. It's no child's play, it's been phenomenal. And I mean, the prizes are out of this world. I feel I need to get for this competition.
Can you tell us what they are?
Yes, I can. First of all, you get a prize to be my assistant designer for a year, meaning you become part of my creative team, you travel with me globally, and you do the work that I do on a full-time basis. And you get a fully kitted studio to the value of 250,000 rands, and you get 200,000 rand cash, and you walk away with a marvelous, brand new Mercedes-Benz CL to make sure that you are really... I am full on there to teach their designers skill, to impart excellence, show them techniques of how to make a particular product, guide them through the design process. So I am full on, hands-on into the program.
I knew you were going to say that. We're having such a serious discussion about craftsmanship and creativity.
Interview because I'm not going to leave my eyes. Dave, thank you so much for coming through, and all the best with the intern. On social media.
Do follow our Instagram page for The Intern by David Tlale. It's The Intern SA. It's very, very important to make sure that you keep watching. We're going first episode live on SABC3 at 7:30 on the 12th of July.
Mr. Tlale.
Get it right.
Thank you, sir. Tlale.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming through, and all the best with The Intern.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Now, in a world where every celeb is focused on their image, their brand, and their reach, it's always surprising how our most celebrated people are focused on anybody but themselves. I guess that's the paradox of Mandela Month. Too many people are worried about making Mandelas instead of being like Mandela.
And on that very true note, Reokopoza funeka inishiye for the rest of the week. Kodwa wena bukhale lubulisa phakathi evekini sikhona ku Facebook official Reokopoza, na ku Twitter sikhona at official RGB.
Or if you want to get that personal connection, then just go to our pages at Donovan Goliath, at Sinazo Yolwa.
And on that note, good night.